Hi everybody, welcome to 2012. I've been getting a lot of questions from people about what's going to happen this year, so I'm going to give you my quick perspective. I'll say right away that I'm not worried about 2012. I'm not worried about a big apocalypse or the end of the world. I'm actually very excited about 2012 and beyond. And what I've been noticing from people all over the world, both in-person healing sessions and clients calling me on the phone, is I've been noticing that 2011 was a very unusual year. So there have been two dominant energies on the planet that have been kind of competing in the last year. So there's been the old energy that we've been with for a very long time, which has attributes of kind of taking care of myself, or my root chakra needs getting met. Do I have food and shelter and clothing and all these things? The old energy also has a little bit of competition energy with dominating one person, dominating over another person, or one group dominating over another group, and in a third chakra way. And these energies have been with us for a very long time and are really the basis, the foundation of what everything is created out of on the planet right now. So it's very easy to see this in business and economies and personal relationships and everything. Now, what's been happening for quite a while is there's a new energy that's coming onto the planet. Some people call this fourth dimensional energy versus third dimensional energy. Doesn't matter what label you use, what I'm seeing is that this new energy has a much higher vibration and it feels better. Now, let me tell you why it feels better. It feels better because at a higher vibration, you have more access through the veils. Now, a veil is a layer of information or a layer of energy blocking your awareness from something that you don't see. So another way to say that is a veil is a barrier between what's known and seen and what's unknown and unseen. So a good example of this is your spiritual information. There's a large separation for most people between their conscious awareness and their spiritual awareness, or their spiritual entity or being, if you will. Now, this is getting smaller because as the vibration gets higher on the planet, with this new energy coming in, there's more access through these veils. Sometimes I'll say the veils are thinning. And this is what I mean, is there's just more access to this unseen information. Now, this is really cool because people are getting more inspiration and more energy coming into them in an easier way than before. Now, this also works inside, not just outside. So on the outside, you're getting more access to this spiritual information, but these veils also protect you on the inside, protect your awareness from the things that you don't want to see on the inside. So for example, if you have some difficult, childhood memories or something that you don't want to see, there's a layer of energy or a veil between your awareness and that pain. Now, this is getting thinner too. And this is really fascinating because I didn't expect this, but what I saw over and over in 2011 is that many people are getting easier access to this old pain. Now, that may sound kind of, grumpy, and a lot of people experienced it this way, but what I also saw all over the planet is that people are healing. So this is fantastic, where before it may have taken a little more effort and attention to go inside and really dig in to get that gunk accessed and out. Now it's happening pretty fast. People are sort of automatically sensing that, getting that information, having it come out, and healing. Now this is really fantastic because I've been seeing this in everybody, and this is one reason why 2011 may have been kind of difficult for you, and difficult for me, and difficult for many people, was this old garbage was coming up so that it can be healed and come out and be clear. Now that's fantastic. Now, what's happening in 2012, I mentioned there's kind of this old energy that's been here for a long time on the planet. There's a new energy coming in with a higher vibration. And this new energy is, in 2011, it was kind of equal. We were in this crossroads where they were both. So people that had just both feet in the old energy were struggling a bit. People in businesses and economies and governments, for example, people that had both feet in just the new energy were also struggling a bit. So this could be somebody that's very spiritual and connected, but maybe not very grounded in the practical material world. Now, people that have one foot in both worlds, so they can access their spiritual information and they can be present in the material world, these people have been doing quite a bit better. So that gives you a little hint as to where you might want to put your energy in 2012. Now, this was 2011, the two energies together and the kind of automatic healing happening and better access to your spiritual information. So what about 2012? What are we going to have happening this year? Now, what I'm seeing in 2012 is that this old energy road is really coming to an end. Probably in about June or July, it looks like energetically it will stop completely. And we will all get on this new path, this new energy, make this corner, if you will, and head off in this kind of brighter, higher vibration energy life. So this is pretty cool. Now, what does that really mean in the material world? I'm not sure. The material world always takes a little time to catch up because energy moves very fast in the spiritual world or in just the energy world, but the material world lags behind. So what I see and what I'm hearing from my guides is that there'll be about 3 or 4 years where we will be transitioning. Even though the energy of that old kind of heavier, slower energy is gone, it'll take a little while for us to turn, get on this new path, and kind of rebuild our economies and governments and relationships and ourselves and everything based on this new energy. So 2012 will probably look a little dramatic, just as 2011 did, but I really believe it's going to be easier because so much healing has taken place in 2011. So much old stuff is coming up and out, and you know this because you went through it too, where stuff was coming up for you, coming out and healing. So we're all a little bit lighter, we're all a little brighter, hopefully we have a better sense of humor moving into 2012, so things should be a little easier. And if you remember that this is happening to everybody, you can have a little compassion too, because the pain that you went through in 2011, other people also went through and may be going through in 2012. So just take it easy on yourself, take it easy on everybody else. Now, as we move beyond 2012, I think what's really exciting is that this new awareness, this new access to spiritual information on the outside and our own information on the inside, this is really going to change the way we create our world. We're going to stop fighting with each other so much, harming ourselves, harming each other, harming the planet, because these things just don't make sense when you have more awareness of yourself and more awareness of your environment or the world around you. So that's really good. I think we'll see that in the next 4 years, restructuring of many of the things that look like they're dying now, because indeed they are. Governments, economies, monetary systems, businesses, all these things that seem to be crumbling. It's okay because they're going to crumble and rebuild in the new energy. Now, it's been pretty confusing the last few years because two energies have been together and they're pushing different directions. So it looks like things are kind of, coming apart. It's okay because this is going to stop. The old energy really is ending this year about mid-year. And we'll all sort of line up on this new path and beam off in this fantastic new direction. So I'm really excited. I'm not scared. I don't think we're going to have the big, terrifying apocalypse. I think it's going to be good times. There'll be more healing happening, of course. But after all the healing occurs, we'll all feel better, brighter, we'll get along better, and the world's going to be a much more exciting place to live. So that's what I see happening in 2012 and beyond. And again, don't be afraid, even if things get a little shaky. Just hang in there. We're going in a good direction, and it's all going to work out. Okay, so this is Jeffrey Allen giving you a positive message for 2012. Hang in there. You're doing a good job. I'm really glad you're on this journey with me and that you're healing yourself and that we're helping heal each other and that we're healing the planet, and it's all happening in a beautiful way. So have a happy new year, and may you have a beautiful, blessed entry into this fantastic new year.